And back in the studio is Lisa Waters Lane. She is a gardener extraordinaire, my better half, business partner, mother of my 4 children, and want more.
4 grandchildren.
And 4 grandchildren, and want more.
And 2 dogs.
And many dogs. No, okay, we're good. We'll just buy a few more airline tickets to exotic places. How about that? So Lisa comes in and she just shares her garden tips. Just what are people getting a different perspective? You talk to 10 gardeners about a garden subject, you're generally going to get about 12 different answers. So we all have, this is what I do. This is, oh yeah, it's a good idea. It's a very social. Gardening is very social. Mm-hmm. And so it's meant to be shared. And so Lisa comes to share her perspective. So welcome to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you.
What you got for us this week?
Well, it's been toasty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been summer. I'm in paradise. I'm finally happy.
You're Mr. Lizard. We have this. He likes it hot. I do not.
So all you gals out there that like it hot, you married a guy that likes it cold, and that's just how that's how it works.
Well, and it's okay, but we don't want our houses to get hot.
Oh no, that's true.
What you need to do is plant some trees.
Oh, I see where we're going. Yeah, good idea.
This, dude.
Yeah, shade trees. We need some more shady spots.
Let's talk shade trees. Putting in a tree in the correct spot can make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Whether you're blocking a big window, maybe you're trying to cool down a patio or a driveway or a walkway.
Or our west wall is there's 3 bedrooms right there, and every one of them roast.
Yeah. And you close the shade, but you're still getting that heat on the glass. So if you're putting in trees, you're eliminating that heat, that sun, just nailing those glass windows. But if you put one in that's going to lose its leaves, that's terrific, because in the winter you want that sun, you want that heat coming in to kind of help warm up the house. So a shade tree or deciduous tree that loses its leaves is a really good option to put in.
So is that a fruit tree? Is it a maple, a sycamore? It's not a small tree unless it's unless it's a garden shed.
Well, you know what a small tree would be good for?
I want to know. Please share.
Use it to cover your unit, your air conditioning unit.
Oh, I want to cover my unit.
If you
can you say that over the airwaves?
No, I'm totally distracted.
So air conditioning, the heat pump outside.
Air conditioning unit. Putting a smaller tree over that saves wear and tear on that unit.
That's right.
So you can definitely use small trees. So whether you're looking for a big tree, maple, sycamore, what else would you say is a big tree? Elms,
locust, ash. There's a bunch of them. Oaks. Yeah. They're all great shade trees. Mm-hmm. They just have different forms, different looks.
Right. And they're all going to get up 30, 35 feet somewhere.
Well, sycamores, 60, 70, maples, 40.
Big. Yeah. Not in your lifetime.
Cottonwoods, 100.
Yeah, so you can definitely put those bigger trees in spaces where you want more shade. If you have maybe you have a 2-story house and you have a lower window, you could use the ornamental plum. Would be an excellent one to go.
It's a purple leaf plums, that little vase-shaped purpley one. Yeah.
Right. Crabapple.
Oh, good. I like crab apples.
All of those would work really well to kind of, if you don't need a 30-foot, you need like a 20-foot.
Yeah,
there's definitely trees you can do to put into that.
We use like that where the property line is between the houses. It's usually a little tighter, unless you confer with your neighbor on, hey, how would you like me to? How'd you like? Can I plant a 100-foot cottonwood here? Probably don't do it there unless they go, that's a good idea. I remember as a cottonwood as a kid, I had a swing in that, then plant it. Otherwise, it's too big. Right. We planted aspens and birch in between the houses on our side. Wanted to cheat a little closer to our 2-story west-facing hot wall. Right. And it's done a fabulous, just wonderful job at keeping that wall cool. It's a game changer. You can now go into those areas even without the air conditioner going. Right. It feels pretty good.
Yeah. Definitely. So we have a few more trees. So if you do have that narrow space between houses, yes, birch and aspen are excellent choices. We also have one called a parkland pillar birch.
Oh, Genius. Yeah.
So that one does get tall. It's going to get 20, 30 feet tall, but it only gets about 7 foot wide. So it's another good one. We also have Kindred Spirit Oak.
Yeah, great choice.
Actually, it's a really pretty tree.
Yeah.
I was out there looking at it. It has a really nice oak leaf to it. It's going to kind of get orangey yellow in the fall. And that one gets 6 feet wide. They're again 20 to 30 feet tall. So, and then the last one is a Crimson Spirit Oak. And this one gets red, hence the crimson, in the fall. And both of them just have a really nice big leaf to them.
Yeah, true shade oak, traditional oak leaf
right,
to them. Yeah.
But definitely designed to go in those narrower spaces where you need the shade, but you can't put a 30-foot wide cottonwood or maple in
That's
there.
a good choice of that. Those are made for street trees, out there without growing into the street, and then the a delivery truck, the Amazon truck takes out the branches. But to use them on the side like that against your property, where you don't have to ask permission from your neighbors. It's not going to get that big. You can put it where you want it, and it's going to shade and look fabulous and provide birds and. I want plants that want more and.
Of course. So if you were looking for fast-growing trees,
there we go.
Would you say maples?
Probably number one seller. Sycamores I like, but they put that seed pod on there, so they're kind of a trashy. They grow fast, big leaf to it, hard, just thick shade. There's a place for it, but I don't know over my driveway where it's always going to drop those seed pods. Not so much. Yeah. Developers like them because they grow fast. You can get a lot of trees for cheap. But if you're going to plant one in your backyard, a maple's probably a little bit smaller leaf, but same maple shaped like a sycamore without all the bean seed pods.
It's probably the faster.
And you get the fall color. You get that red, bright red. The ones that's been gold, it's beautiful, golden locust or sunburst locust. It's now starting to turn green. So the new growth is yellow, and then the green is this traditional summer, and then its fall color is gold again. That's a great choice. And then two more come to mind that we don't think of often enough, but ash, Raywood ash.
Yeah.
Nice, thick, full, beautiful purple in the fall, but kind of a lollipop, thick shade, 35 by 35. Right. And then Bradford pears, the ornamental pears. Flowering pears. They don't put pears on them, but they have white flowers in the spring. Nice shade in the summer. And then the last tree to turn a bright red, like fire engine red,
fall color.
In December. That's when they kind of turn.
Yeah. And if you wanted a tree that maybe didn't lose its leaves, if you want something that always is giving you protection on that window, Austrian pine.
Well, fastest growing of all the pines. Absolutely.
Arizona cypress could be good in
fastest growing of all the cypress. Yeah. Well, I guess cedar. Yeah. Cypress, pines, spruce. These are all evergreen, rich. We use Spartan junipers in our yard because we have a lot of that chaparral blue. We need green. So the green kind of makes it feel more, alive, less dusty. So you can get too much green, you get too much blue, but when you blend them together, it's just right.
You get a nice contrast going. So there's a lot of different trees you can use to definitely help cool your house, give you some screening. It kind of comes down to how big do you want it to get? How wide do you want it to get? What color do you want it to get?
This is a great time to plant a tree. There's plenty of choices here. They look fantastic. They've flushed their new growth. And so you get more tree for the money than you would have in the spring. Just you'll have to make sure you get the water. You need to water it. You can't just put it in the ground and walk away. You'll need to water it a couple times a week, give it a deep soak. But you can plant a tree now and easily have success and enjoy the shade right away. Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. We'll be right back after this.